Hello and welcome to Channel Sport on Sunday. I'm Ken Ochonogo. The youth games, that's where we started that is where we ended last week. That's where we concentrated last week, taking place in Asaba. And this time around, it is still having the kids showcase their talents. You know, we have almost from 35 states. 1 or 2 states didn't show up. We'll find out why, because this is where we need to, how do I identify the talents? Somebody talked about identifying them. You know, let us see the raw talent that they have. We're not thinking about grooming, polishing, and then see how we can sustain them, you know, to get us that those goals that we need at major international tournaments. But basically, like we say here, it is not just about, getting us tournament goals, but, having a career. There's a career path from which to say, we are doing this and we are getting this, and we can do this for ourselves and also our family without, looking, outside, the talent that God has given to us. So, it was a case of rewards. We'll look at that. We told you last week that our Paralympians have been, 23 of them went to Paris, and we got 7 gold medals. It is 2-3-2. So you had the 7 medals, 2 gold, 3 silver, and 2 bronze medals. They were rewarded by the ministry, and also they were also rewarded by the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We'll also see how, where the Olympics did take place, both the Olympians and Paralympians. Of course, our Olympians came back empty-handed, so I don't know what kind of honor I want to give to them, but then they say honor is given to those who deserve it. I'm not saying because like now reward is coming after after the event, because most of these funds have also been channeled for the preparation for them to get to where where they should be able to compete amongst the very best in the world. So look at the games, look at the Paralympics, look at the reward system. We shall also look at football, because football is fully back. Football is back here yesterday. So, God, I don't understand you guys. I don't just understand. Which one is Amunike versus Finidi, or Finidi versus Amunike? It's not it now. It is Rivers United versus the heartland of, of Tinubu. So when you come out another way, maybe not telling me that it is Finidi versus this. Of course, we can see, the fun part of it, but definitely it is not. We are glad to have them in the league. We are glad to have our best hands, taking the players and seeing them. So when we want to pick managers, we don't have any excuse not to pick from our lot. Lecastle is just, is there now taking on England. How many of us, can point out to Lecastle and say, this is what, as a manager, this is his pedigree. But today he's the manager of England. The same way Gareth Southgate came. You cannot point out to any club achievement that Gareth Southgate had. But here he was taking up to the semi-finals of the World Cup and finals of the European Cup. So definitely you should be able to know that, yes, we have them here. When they play in the system, they understand even those who are here and those who are playing out. And then from here, we can pick the best. This is not the time to start with those scarce foreign exchange. It's not it. In Europe, let's start from Germany. Harry Kane also did so well, breaking the young man's Haaland's record in the Bundesliga. The man, 50 goals, fastest to get there, and then scoring 5 hat-tricks in the bargain, putting it in there. So let's hope probably his title drug, his purple duck will be broken at this time around. In England, I don't know how you're going to stop Haaland, because the guy just keep on there. Number of matches played for, number of goals scored 8. Probably this time he will score 38 times to 76. Maybe might end up scoring 76 goals this season. We hope so. Adding some more hat-tricks into the bargain. And then we'll come down to other leagues. Of course, a lot of these things we are going to look at, and then the tennis, not much of tennis happening this time around. Of course, there is the Guadalajara finals where, the ladies will be playing today. But then there is a big story breaking. We want to talk about facilities and facilitators. So basically, that will be where we are hinged today. we told you about Arena Sabalenka last week. We talked about the father driving around, and then they saw, a tennis court. I mean, that tennis court also not only was a court there, there are also coaches who are also teaching. We talked about how, Muhammad Ali went to the gym and became a champion. So you can have those talents, but if the facilitators are not there, I don't think you will get it. Well, Remi Ajala is in the house. Sweet music coming in for our Paralympians.
Yeah, thank you, Ken, for having me. And happy Sunday to our viewers. You said victory belongs to the nations, and honor comes after you have also done your country proud, which was exactly what they did. We have the two ladies breaking world records, and of course, and for Lashadi, it was like the second, it was the penultimate event, because after our event was the male 148 kg to close up the Olympic Games. So it was icing on the cake for the Paralympians. So I think they've done well. They've gotten their reward from the federal government and also from the family of Mr. President Kosio, the First Lady. But I think we should also, because the minister said it the other time, that we always prepare for competition and not development. But I think so that we can have more medalists, because anyway, look at it, this Paralympic was our worst since we started going in Barcelona '92, where we just had Barcelona. We went there with 6 athletes and we got 3 gold medals. So we need more funding. We need more funding so that at least we have more and more medalists. The more, the merrier, so they say.
Okay, you can see the pics there. That's the First Lady, Mrs. Remi Tinubu, the Minister of Sports. Eno is there, and then that is, look at that, presenting the flower. To our dancers, to our champions, to these are the people that made us so much proud. And come with the flowers, come with the reception, come with this. When they came back, you remember the minister reverted to what they gave them at the last Olympics, which was 5,000 for bronze, 10,000 for silver, and 15,000 for gold. But then let us tell you this, because coming along with these pictures that
this
you are seeing,
this is the only male medalist for Nigeria.
Yes.
Isha Ogunkunle, the only male.
The only male. Yes, that got a medal. So. Coming as it is, you can see how happy the first lady is. You can see how happy she is. When they make you proud, not when your children make you proud. I tell you this: when you become a proud parent, there is nothing you would do. This is it. This is not talking about scandals, not talking about fighting, in-house fighting, not talking about non-payment of allowances. But then this is a celebration of excellence. This is a celebration, I told you this year, and I said it. See, when I say it, I take my word to the bank. I told that our national anthem will be played in Paris, and it was played. Haba, they played it twice, not once. They played it twice, and then that is it. Senator the First Lady of the, but you can take that.
Yeah, who also happens to be the grand patron for the Paralympians in Africa.
Yes.
So for our gold medalists, she gave the 2 ladies $20,000 each.
Yes.
For the silver medalists, $10,000 each. Then for the 3 bronze medalists, they had $5,000 each. So by the time you add it to what they got from the ministry, that means the gold medalists had $35,000 each.
Silver medalists $20,000.
Bronze medalists $10,000.
Yes, this is sweet. But Okpe, I know because we sent 23.
Yes.
And then 7 of 20,
we said 23 in 4 sports.
Yes.
And of course,
in 4 sports, 23 in 4 sports.
4 sports. So we had 7 medalists from 3 sports, because badminton just joined them. We had from
yes, badminton, and then she played to the. In fact, we were rooting. we're looking for
that was our first medal. That was our first medal.
We thought she was not. We're not going to get anything. That we were not going for sightseeing. And then your ballet. I mean, she was going and almost got to the
first time
up there. Yes,
is winning a game in badminton at the Paralympics and ultimately getting us that illustrious bronze medal.
Yes. So what I was trying to say is this. Okay, I know because you see one of the athletes now. Each one of them will go home with $35,000. Yeah. And I look at the other 16 athletes. When you remove 7 from 20, you're going to have 16 that did not win medals. I don't probably, even if it is $2,000 to appreciate them, because that is what we need to prepare for the next, for the next one.
We should also not forget the magnitude of the president of the PCN, that is Paralympic Committee of Nigeria, that is Sunday Odebode, who also gave out money to the medalists, and also all the other athletes got $100 for me.
I'm not. You say $100 and $35,000.
No. Okay, what I'm saying is, you were saying something about appreciating those who also participated. And I said the president.
I also appreciate them. Yes. So they should. The first lady should take it. We also were appealing. Yeah, we are also appealing for the first lady. To do just that. Okay, that is it.
So because remember, as you said, most of those guys that even went as continental champions. Not because they had enough fund to participate in qualifying events.
Okay, so in fact, so there is always paucity of fund, but they need this money. They need training funds. That every athlete need a training fund, and $2,000 to that season just 32. Because one of them, the gold medal is going to 35. Yes. So if you share 32 among the other 16, I think something, equity, you will spread it.
And before we know it, Los Angeles is before.
Los Angeles is before us, part of it. Okay, Jimmy is in the house. Jimmy, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Ken. A quick word. I think that it's important to know that there is a need for proper transitioning, because majority of our athletes have done us proud. They have aged. Yeah. You look at the likes of Loretta Onye. A lot of these athletes, they are in their late 30s. But what are we doing to, as much as possible, move the ones that are, almost getting there? The development, that particular phase of transitioning them to being our own elite athletes that will represent us is very important, because we will not always have the likes of Oluwa, Femi Ayo, and also Umogu, all the Onyes, Loretta Onyes. A lot of them, they have become so old now that we have to look out for the younger ones.
Okay, that is Jimmy. But like I said, what is sport development without facilities and facilitators? During the week, some sweet news just skipped into my ears. And like we always say, we challenge them here. It has to be the Lagos State FA. The Lagos State FA, and I had the news, and I was hearing figures. Some kind of, you get some kind of figures where you go here. You just ask yourself, guy, is it true or not? You understand? 230 coaches, 300 coaches, 1,000 coaches. What is really happening now? You understand? So I reached out to the 37th Lion. He doesn't like me calling him 37th Lion. he is the FA of Lagos State, the chairman of Lagos State FA. A man that is of grassroots. When you say grassroots, like I said, Channels TV has a tradition. We have that relationship with the Lagos FA and also with Lagos State sports. Whether you like it or not, Lagos State Sport Council. So I reached out to him and I said, Gafa, kilo date, 37th. He said, don't come in, we are 36. Okay. The 37th Lion, I will call you. That's good. Gavali, he is the chairman of Lagos State FA. What is happening? Really? Are you guys what is this figures? Can you explain what these figures mean? 230, 300, 1,000. What do they mean?
Good morning, Ken. Good morning, gentlemen over there. Good morning, Lagos. And thank you for having me. It's an era of positives, for 230 coaches to have paid and register for them to be properly trained and certified in Lagos. This is the first time this is happening in Nigeria. And this is just about making our coaches more firm and decisive to improve their players' identification skills so that our boys and girls will be properly safe under certified guardians. So we have 230 already, and the numbers are climbing daily. So the DG of the National Institute for Sport, Professor Moronkola, in his wisdom, said we can't train 230 coaches at once. So they were divided into the 3 batches. Okay. So the first one started their class yesterday. The first 100 started their class yesterday, which they'll be certified in about 4 weeks. The second one will start, which is another 100. Before we complete the second 100, I can guarantee you that we'll have another 100. So this quarter, the last quarter of the year, we'll be certifying and licensing 300 coaches. So, and our dream is to, within now and 3 years, to have more than 4,000 coaches properly certified in Lagos.
Okay. That sounds sweet, because I'm already looking at all the primary school, secondary school, academy, everywhere, littered with the coaches. But then, what is the process? If a coach wants to be part of this, of this certification, what is the process? What qualifies them to be there, to be part of it, and what are they supposed to bring in, to be able to partake in this particular certification exercise?
Okay, as you know, NIS has a basic course, which the prerequisite is to have minimum 3 credits in your senior secondary school. In our own generation, we call it WAEC. So, and those 3 credits must have at least an English, past English, So, but this time around, we know we have over 1,000 youth clubs in Lagos, coached by the grassroots coaches who don't have any kind of formal education. So what do? Do we push them aside? Do we leave them? They've been left for too long, since time immemorial in Lagos. So we now said, okay, the unlettered coaches that are really, really involved with our children, with our grassroots, should be certified. So all they need to do is go to NIS, pay the mega fee of 25,000 naira, and bring their NIN, their ID, whoever has a passport, come and register so they can be properly certified. They are not sitting in any class for any written exams or any written lectures. It's going to be oral and practical. And I wish you were there on Saturday. I think one of your colleagues, the staff from Channels, was there.
Yeah.
And he was full of joy to see 100 coaches happy, moving from left to right, being trained by our ex-international Fatayamo, Dele Ayengba, Peter Neketin, and the DG started the day with a brief lecture. We're talking about Professor himself, Professor Moronkola. They were being taught in the language which they understand. If you want to speak Yoruba, you'll be spoken with in Yoruba. If you want to speak Igbo, you'll be spoken with in Igbo. If you want to speak Hausa, you will be talked to in Hausa and Pidgin English. So it's a win-win situation for us in Lagos. So from all these 1,000 clubs, we have 200 clubs that are duly affiliated with Lagos FA. So we said it to ourselves that let's have, if we have 200 clubs, at least 2 coaches per club, that is 200 coaches. And all the other 800 that are registered with their various divisions playing community football, they also need to be certified. So move from clubs and go to our primary schools, our secondary schools, our universities, coaches engaging our players in our schools. Are they certified? Are they licensed? This is what this program is spoken into.
Okay, as an ex-international, can I also register?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
You have to speak to me in different languages. So I understand this thing. Okay, I have my guys in the house. Where is here? Jimmy is here. They will have maybe we have any some questions. Ask people. They can throw their questions while this conversation is on.
Okay, I think mine is just is a good initiative getting those who are not lettered, because we cannot wish them away.
Yeah.
In part and parcel of us. But my concern is this: we also have schools in Lagos where the school refresh should be the conveyor belt for future talent. And we know that most of these schools don't even have a sitting coach. What they do is when they have events, they hire coaches. So what are we doing concerning schools in Lagos? Both, in fact, public are also guilty. Not only so because we can accuse the private schools, the public schools themselves, owned and funded by government, are also guilty of this. So what are we doing to ensure we carry them young with this train-the-trainer with the schools?
Okay, the very good question, and thank you for that. The first thing we will do is to have as many as possible coaches certified. And then we'll approach these schools and advise them. We can't enforce anything now. You know, we need to first of all do our own part, make impact, have people trust us. If you go to our website now, lagosfa.com.ng, you will see there's a click there. You will see that we've licensed about 50 coaches already. Within now and December, you will see that we'll have about 300 coaches on the website with their certificate, license, shown on the website. So we'll approach schools and tell them, who is your coach here? And if they tell us, is he certified? If it's not, we'll encourage such coach to go to NIS and be certified before we can license him. If they don't have, we'll recommend coaches for them. So we'll have proper trained players from the grassroots, and our national teams will not struggle.
Okay, Jimmy.
Okay, so majority of these coaches, they are, they deal with minors. How exactly is the Lagos FA, dealing with matters of safeguarding, especially amongst academies, schools, clubs that have got minors, and you are, certifying them? What plans do you have to have like CPDs, continuous professional development courses, beyond the classroom and also in the classroom for these coaches that you'll be certifying?
It's all about moral, and it's all about telling them or teaching them the right thing, the right languages, and the proper training for the kids. And the character of the coaches is also key, Like I told you, or like I said earlier, first you need to have a certificate. You need to go to school. In a school setting, you have so many gains. So when a coach is certified, before he got his license, moral, character, so many other things would have taken into consideration. And then we'll talk about safeguarding. If you don't have a license, if you are not certified, there's no basic, there's no foundation to build anything on. But if you have proper foundation from the grassroots, then our structures will be solid.
Gafaro, there are, sometimes when you watch this match here, you will just see the coach. As if it is brutal. They have to beat the instruction into the head of the kids, So the problem is, that's what Jimmy's talking about here. How do we? I think there was a year we're doing Channels Kids Cup, and a coach did that. We caught him on camera, and at this the FA, the Lagos FA, they dealt with because they saw the whole thing and said it. So basically, how are you talking with them? You are a grassroots person yourself, and so. I know that are you from Lagos, Ikorodu? I don't know that there was some.
I'm from Badagry.
Badagry. Okay, it's closer to one state. So how do we get this guy? How do we talk to them in the language that look? You are handling kids. Jimmy's concerned about that. You're handling children, and it is not the same approach. That you handle adults. Even adults, you don't assault them. That kind of enforcement team mentality to say you must do it this way. And I watch. If you watch most of the we go there. You say shouting at the children, doing all those things. How do we not do that reorientation, attitudinal change, in them?
Well, those ones are cochitos and cochilalas.
Wow.
The era of cochitos and cochilalas will be improved. We can't eradicate it 100%. It will be. We will treat them according to our peculiar challenges in Lagos. And we will advise them, no, you don't talk to a child like this. This is what you do. This is what you do. I as a coach myself, if I'm coaching a U12, the approach is different from coaching a U16. The approach of coaching an under-16 boy or girl is different from coaching the adult. You know, a coach from grassroots should be able to stop a training because of one single child and sit down with such child and tell him, you can do it. Tunde, you can do it. Aminu, you can do it. Ngozi, you can do it. You know, sit down literally on the floor with that child. So these are the things that will impact on the teacher's head. So the coaches in this case are the teachers. And when you have better teachers, the student will never struggle. So it's a challenge for all of us, and we're determined, you know, to get there.
Okay. I don't know. We don't have any FIFA goal project in Lagos. So I know we don't have. So I don't know. Tickling down. We are looking. I'm asking you this. Your vision, you and your board, for Lagos State. I've got Lagos State has, you know, kind of resisted that temptation of having a state team. You understand? But then we're not like providing the facilities, the enabling environment, you know, for private clubs to exist. You know, but then what I want to ask you is this: proliferation of grassroots academies. You know, how are you handling? How is your board handling this? Are you asking them to register? Do they have a body? Do you have a monitoring system? Do you have whatever? Because that is where actually not only the positive characters are molded, but also abuses, you know, are there. Because you're talking about the safeguarding thing that we're talking about here, and the rest of them all. You know, how do you manage all the proliferation of all the academies in Lagos State?
We're advising them, we're telling them to do the right thing. Now, for you to be an affiliate with the Lagos FA, you'll be properly registered with the CAC, and you registering with the CAC before we can accept you, it's to the club's advantage, because you register with the CAC. There's something FIFA is calling FIFA Clearing House right now that deals with the training compensation and FIFA solidarity support fee. If a club does not have a CAC and not properly registered, not properly structured, your money will just be sitting at FIFA. So all these things we've been advising them. Come next week, Saturday, on the 21st of September, at Molade Okoya Thomas and Teslim Balogun Stadium, we're having our annual General Assembly. Immediately after the annual General Assembly, we're going to have what we call Football Town Hall Meeting, where we'll speak to all these challenges. The problem has been endemic. It's not easy to clean all of it at once, but step by step, we'll get there. And the slogan for this FA is football will be done as normal, not as usual. So we'll get there.
Okay, you get there. So we are now for that question that I wanted to ask earlier on. Your vision, how do you assess where Lagos State football is now? And in the next 2-3 years, 5 years, what are you and your board thinking? This is what we want to take Lagos, you know, our football to.
Well, on a scale of 1 to 100, Lagos State football, I can say, is at maybe 10 over 100 right now. But we have a good government. We have a whole lot of great technocrats in Lagos. Lagos being 10 over 90 is my problem. It's your problem. It's our problem. But thank God, or we can say, okay, yes, we identify the problem. How do we start solving it? The first thing we need to do is, as an FA, is training our coaches properly. Second is the government helping all the clubs, providing infrastructures. You know, in Lagos right now, something happened about 2 weeks ago. It was a divine intervention. About 4,000 players and their coaches wanted to march and stage a protest to government's house in Alausa. And I had to quickly step in. Me and my board, we pleaded with them, we begged them, okay, what is this protest about? They don't have fields to play. The only functioning field we have now in Lagos is the Unicon Stadium. You know, which is not too good. And we have the NNL clubs playing there. We have the only MPFL club playing there, which is Ikorodu City. So how can we have thousands of actors and there's no stage to perform? The stage for footballers is the field of play. So we don't have any. So we hope the government will help us finish up Agege Stadium, help us repair campus, help us finish off Elegbata, so on and so forth, Igbobo in Ikorodu. So Lagos should have minimum 20 stadia, one in each local government, so that we can go back to the days of where we have 5 to 10 clubs in the Division 2. We have Ikorodu City now, Sporting Lagos relegated. I'm sure the challenge of the pitch is one of the reasons why they got relegated. So these, I don't know if I can solve it. I don't know if I can make any impact, but I have the most vibrant board in Nigeria. On my board, I have a professor. I have a lecturer. On my board, I have a PS, On my board, I have a lawyer, I have an attorney who is practicing. So for me to be the leader, I'm just lucky. So we as a board, we are solidly for doing it right. We are, and I don't want to be emotional, but what our children, the boys and girls are going through just to play football, it's not right. And we've written a letter. We told the clubs that wanted to protest that please don't do that, because we don't want the protest being hijacked and being turned into riot or mayhem in Lagos. So we implored all of them. We invited all of them. So we have about 110 clubs came to a hall where we rented at somewhere very, very close to Ikeja, GRA. And they all signed. They wrote a letter, and they all signed. And the letter has been sent to Mr. Governor for a quick attention. And we also copied the DG Sport Commission. So hopefully, by the end of the year, we'll have at least 2 or 3 more stadia functioning properly for our boys and girls to play ball.
Okay, finally, let me just ask this. You and I grew up in Lagos. And there used to be all those divisional, the Ikorodu division, Badagry division, Ekpe division, all the divisional football, Lafa division 1, Lafa division 2, Lafa division 3, Even, I remember when we wanted to play football in Ajegule, we'll go to Badagry, we'll go and get the referees registered in and then to come and officiate. You understand? How do we? Are we off that era? How many divisions do we have in Lagos? How many divisional football? Do we still have divisional football in Lagos? And if there, how just take us through this and let us see. I don't want to sleep in nostalgia. I don't want to look back and say, look, yesterday was better than today. But you and I know the fact, and everybody here. So, what do we still have divisional football in Lagos? And if yes or if no, what is the state of that? So I'll use that to round up, on the show.
Yes, we still have Divisional Football Association, Badagry, Ekpe, Ikorodu, Ikeja, and the Lagos Central. Yeah. And the State League has been in comatose for about 3 seasons. So this new board, resuscitates the State League. And as we speak, on Tuesday, we will have the last game of the State League. Even the trophy for that league was donated by Abraham Olorunleke and Matthew Olorunleke. Matthew Olorunleke, Nigeria ex-international. Yeah. So we reawoken the State League. Over 100 clubs played from their divisions, and 20 played playoff. And from the playoff, we had top 5 that came from each division, because we have 5 divisions. So all the 5 now were assembled at the National Stadium, Surulere. They were camped inside Teslim. They walk across the street and been playing every day. We started Tuesday. We played on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So come tomorrow, Monday, and Tuesday, we will conclude, and the champion will emerge. So that champion now will go to the national and play Nationwide League Division 2, which is fondly called the Under-19. You see real Under-19 boys, school children playing. You know, the only challenge, my brother, is the field they're playing on. Can I have my son play on such field? If I have no choice, yes. Or instinctively, no, I won't. But we have nowhere to take them. So that's the challenge that we have. And as you said, the facilities and the facilitators, it's a wonderful name. I hope you keep it up and keep the momentum going.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. The 37th Lion. Don't worry. We'll see. I will try and see if we can reach you. If we can sponsor 1 or 2 persons to be part of that. I mean, the registration is still on. You know, like you said, before the second phase finish, so we can bring in some people to be part of it. Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right. Okay, gentlemen, you had him.
Interesting take. I feel that most importantly, professionalizing these clubs is something that will be crucial to the Lagos FA. It's not enough to tell them to register their businesses as a coach. Maybe
no. He said if you don't register your business, FIFA compensation, training compensation and training solidarity fund, you won't benefit from it.
So the other side of it is they have to file, they have to work on their books, they have to file annual returns, and there must be a proper reporting system. It's not enough to just say, do this.
The first step is the
what I'm saying basically, I'm looking forward now. I mean, you see POS operators, they are being told to register their businesses. So now, if we're having clubs, this is how we must ensure that the Lagos State FA, using Lagos FA as like a pilot scheme for all other state FAs. So let them work on that financial and fiscal responsibility. Once we begin to have that from our academy level at the grassroots, I mean, you know what that effect will be moving forward.
But I think I would be more interested in addressing the critical issues the chairman raised about not even having the facilities. It's just like TSP and the Nollywood people. We started from the stage, and that's why National Theatre is being brought back. So without the stage, we can't. What do you want to report?
What do you want to report?
Which finances do you want to report? He's saying if he has this option, it's also
will not people play there.
But I think we should be careful here, because what you are saying basically is, he said something, it's optional. If you can afford that your child does not play in such a field. But we have to work with what we have, which is the most important.
You didn't hear what he said.
He said Lagos with a population of about 20 million people.
But that's why us
cannot go to
that's why we have been clamoring that, look, in all 774 local governments, let us have mini state here.
Which is what he's saying. So because now in Lagos State, I think we have 20 local governments and about 57 LCDAs. Now, if that is what we have, are you getting me? Each of the LCDAs, what are you doing with your 5%?
That's the challenge.
When the money comes, what do you do for the 5% for sports? It's as simple as that. And we will be trying the challenge. We want to see the first local government chairman in Nigeria that will take up our challenge and said, yes, China Sport on Sunday, come and see our facilities. We were challenging you, come. We will come and cover it. Come, we're asking you to do it. What are you doing? 5% of the money, the allocation coming to you is us. Yes, it's us in sport. It is us.
I like that.
Yes, so that does what you are doing with that 5%. All right, grassroots games. Let us ask what is happening right there in Asaba. You know, we had Fred last week, former Lagos State Swan chairman. He's back home now. He's retired, but he's not tired. He's there. So
Ken, he's your younger brother. He's your younger brother. And I even heard you call yourself ex-international.
Yes, I'm an ex-international.
Ken.
No, but Tijani Babangida confirmed it here on set. See, sometimes you don't value what you have.
Be careful, look. If you use against you, the direct future.
You play one thing from maybe put on
you become an ex-international.
Yes, the moment you wear jersey with internationals and be on the same pitch with ex-internationals, automatically you are an ex-international
by association
and attested to by the one and only TJ.
Yes,
What are you going? What are you are doubting me? Okay. Let's take the youth games in Asaba. You know, a lot of them are going on. But let us see. I'm doing this with I don't know how my mind is, gentlemen. Normally I believe these are the swimmers. You know, the swimming event. The swimming event that is taking place there. You know.
One thing for me is the National Youth Games peg that under 15.
Yeah.
I think there's now that agitation that return to under 17 because
yes, the governor
did mention it.
He said take it back to
under 17.
Between 15 and 17, what would they be doing?
What would they be doing?
No, when you finish at 17 as 15, what would you be doing?
So that at least that will even be a measure to peg age cheating. And I think so far, Delta, they have proven that, yes, they are the number one state when it comes to hosting events like this. They have done it again, and they are becoming like Morocco. And so, I mean, it's happy. I'm happy to see that this is gone on. And, you know, based on result, there was also complaints about maybe poaching. We always have that until we address problems where state commissions, they make sure that they own the athletes by themselves and stop looking at poaching other athletes from different states. So for me, it's a good one. We have the NYG, but as much as possible, let them return it to under 17 so that we have a proper conveyor belt, like Remi would call it.
So it's either just call it under 15 games or we call it the youth games. So
because the youth,
the age of franchise,
yes, it's 18. So I mean, in fact, we can even take it under 18. I don't see why, because from you start from 12 to 15. Or 15 and under. 16, when you are 16, what do you do?
No, when you are 15, because it's supposed to be under
15. Okay, so when you are 15,
when you are 15, 16, 17,
you are just idle. You can't compete with the adults. You cannot, whatever it is, and the rest of them all, unless you are highly talented. You understand? You have a precocious talent.
That there should be a reclassification of all these competitions, right from sports festival, youth games.
If we are advocating that you have to be a team before you write your WAEC or senior school certificate.
I think I've reported.
What I'm saying is this. That means you have recognized that anybody below 18, not above 18, is still a youth.
Minor.
It's still a minor, technically. So I think so if you cannot go to university, so you should be part of the youth games.
I think under 18 works based on what we've said, and it's very important that the different authorities, they begin to look at this. Yes, quite a number of interesting results. You have the likes of the Delta, Edo, Oyo, Abia, Bayelsa, and we have the likes of Zamfara right up to Yobe, Taraba, Sokoto, Ondo, Ogun, haven't recorded nothing, but that's like 30 something states that have not done anything so far. But Delta, Edo, Oyo, Abia, Bayelsa, FCT, Lagos, we have to give it to them.
Jimmy, that is where you are tempting me, because like I said, I don't even want to show the medal table.
Because the 0-0 is so much.
Okay, but this is what I would like. This is what we would like to talk about. That is Atinuke and Bolowaife Alfred. These are siblings, two sisters. And I tell you this, they've taken this thing by storm. Both of them have won 2 gold medals each in the polo for Bayelsa. You understand? Atinuke won gold in 50-meter and 100-meter breaststroke. That is the elder one. The younger one, Bolowaife Alfred, she also won gold in 100-meter breaststroke and 100-meter backstroke. Wow. Breaststroke, man. Watch them,
Interesting.
Watch them, because you see, the man with the most gold medal in Olympic, Michael Phelps, where did he get it from? Swimming. It is swimming,
Swimming, yeah.
So tomorrow, when we start going, where we are planning to go to Los Angeles, we are
supposed to be.
This is what we should be looking at. Exactly. Now, pool, just pool, just pool. Water, put chlorine to treat it.
Egyptian, this is where they get their medals from the All African.
That is what they put.
Why we're always playing the second.
We have this. We see. Understand one thing. There are a lot of gold in weightlifting. A lot of gold in swimming.
If you get this, you don't need to pad medals.
If you don't need to, yes. Like I asked Fred. And Fred said no. It is not the LOC that is in charge. The LOC is in charge of the facilities and stuff like that. I think this swimming pool is in Asaba, and I believe that Delta State is capable of spreading this in almost all the local government areas.
Exactly.
Of the state. This is the cycling. You have just seen her. This one is breaking news. That is Ogbe Divine of Edo State, who won gold medal in the 40-kilometer female cycling event in the time of 1 hour, 21 minutes, 15 seconds. And got that micro plus 97 micro at the ongoing International Youth Games holding in Asaba. So there she is, Ogbe Divine of Edo State, with the gold. And that is her colleague lifting her up after winning the gold.
It would be nice to see her as another essay.
We sent one.
Just one. So we have something to build on.
Let us groom her for Los Angeles. We are saying this. Let us groom her for Los Angeles. She just got her gold medal for Edo State. That is, this is as at the close of the day yesterday. Today's one have not been added. Delta State has 8 gold medals leading so far.
Edo is still 4 gold, 1 silver, 2 bronze medal.
Yeah.
No, 4 gold, 2 silver.
That is for female.
For female, yeah.
But the total is 8 gold, 8 gold, 2 silver, and 4 bronze medal for Delta.
The males are doing well.
Why Edo has 5, 3. If you add this one now, Edo has gone into 6 now. Because they've not added this particular one.
We have a couple, like I think Kogi had one in mixed double in table tennis.
In table tennis,
yeah.
Okay. So that is the table now. We try to de-emphasize the table because, like I said, we want to see what times they are running. We want to see at the time, look at the time she has just second. If you look at the her age grade, what are they doing? In the world over.
How many championship records are we
I think the times are not bad. Soji Fasuba's daughter, I think she's British on the 14 champion.
Yeah.
The lady that came first in this particular game, I don't think the times are far apart. And I think it's something to really be. I mean, someone training with the best facilities, having to compete with somebody that is. We are complaining about facilities.
Facilities and facilitators. So we keep on saying this. See, we don't want to speak grammar here. We want to speak English the way people understand it in this. That is just the thing. So when we emphasize, we know what we are saying. It is facilities and facilitators. So let us have them. Lagos State says, by the end of 2024, they are going to have 300 certified coaches.
I think that if there's any state that we have to challenge right now, it has to be Benue, because we know what they have been doing so far. So once Benue picks it up, other states naturally, they also will go in tandem with what we're talking about.
Yeah, that is when you have, some
visionary leaders.
I think I'm trying to look for the right word. Thank you for helping me out. You understand?
Yeah.
The leadership, you understand, is very, very important. Where do we go to? It's not us doing everything. Yeah. It's like you have a focus. You understand? Yeah. We are having 230 now. 100 starts.
Yeah.
But before we finish the second 100, that 30 that we are going to 300 takes us to December 2025. When you say 1,000 by December 2025, that means you want to add 700 more next year. That is ambitious.
Yeah, and it's ambitious, and it's also good that Lagos State is taking the bull by the horn, because Lagos State, you have the luck of having the NIS based in Lagos. But imagine Niger State, getting 1,000 facilitators. So that means you need to, it's either you move NIS to Mina
or you take the facilitators down there. You can transport 5 people to Mina.
Interesting conversation.
You understand? You can instead of bringing 1,000 people from Mina to Lagos.
I don't also see any reason why they cannot be regional, regional institutes, in all of the north,
Jimmy,
south.
Regional institute. We have the luck of seeing how much NIS gets every year. I think they're even overreaching themselves.
Of course,
at this point in time,
we have to be fair to them. They're overreaching themselves.
Okay, I think I'm going to task you with this. The NIS came as a result of people going to look at the Australian Institute of Sports.
Yeah.
It was based on that we have the NIS. Look at, probably by next show or the whatever, look at the budget of the Australian Institute of Sport. Let's compare.
No, Ken, we shouldn't do that.
Why?
We shouldn't do that.
There was a time. That gap is too huge. There was a time on research, our budget was, sports research was 5 million naira.
Of course, 5 million. You dare not convert 5 million.
Don't try.
You dare not convert it to dollars because
the NIS they are overreaching themselves. They have to also
with what they are getting, bringing out what they are doing consistently,
like squeezing water out of the rock.
Of course, somebody's okay now. I mean, saying you pay 25K to register. What is 25? Convert 25 to dollar. How much?
I just about one something, 150 something.
Okay,
dollars.
It's not up to it's not up to $2.
Yes, no, like 150 something. It's not up to 200.
Okay, not up to $200. $20. It's not up to $20.
$20. Yeah.
Okay, no, $20 should be about
32.
$20 should be about 32 for now. So
are they going to pay into your own account?
So it's about 18.
So no,
it's less than $20.
I tell you that because the the NIS will put in and they have the light everything.
Professors are there. They are teaching you. When you see people have, lecturers, not the lecturers who are first degree, second degree, doctorate degree, and they are all there. And then anyway, let us look at the. We're opening the lines now. You guys should put up probably before they ask us to go on break. We're opening the lines yesterday. Like I said, you guys are Nigerians. Muna stop this thing. Which one is Finidi versus Amunike? It was Rivers United versus Atlant. Let's see what happened yesterday. Let's see the results and then also how their power. Rivers Stars is flying high actually. Finidi with Rivers United. Why do I do that? Rivers United are also among the chasing pack. But if it's can we see the those are the games that were played yesterday.
Remo defeated Sunshine Stars 1-0.
Dim Sunshine Stars.
Exactly.
Okay, the Dim Stars.
The Dim Stars. Battle of
Okay, one star dimmed one shined. Okay, funny enough, it is the Remo that shined, and the shining sunshine was dimmed. Okay.
Eclipse.
Rivers United defeated Atlant Oweri. 3-1. Not Finidi defeated.
Not Finidi defeated Amunike. These guys are my guys. So both of them are my guys.
Unfortunately, we had two of our best wingers in history.
Yeah. Of course. And both are working left and right. Amunike from the left.
Again, Ken, people like to look for animosity where there is none. You could see at the end of the game, the two of them, they were all, laughing heartily.
No.
And that's how it's supposed to be. But people that are taking sides.
Okay, you want to judge Heartland. Heartland went on relegation. And
they bought a slot.
Exactly.
They did not merit.
They did.
They bought the slot.
Okay. You see, there are things sometimes I like you guys to say it. Not me. No, not me. Not me saying it. All right. So they got this thing.
They got relegated because they were not good enough.
And then Amunike was begged. And the guy, you have to lower his demands and other things to go because it's his state. Rivers State went to Finidi.
I don't envy him. I don't envy him because he's got a lot of work to do on that.
I like task. I will not judge Amunike if he does not win the league with Heartland. You understand?
Let him survive first now. Why are you talking of winning the league?
No, that's what I'm saying. No, that's what I'm trying to say is this. Those are somebody used the word far-reaching. There is the resources has to match the result. Yeah. You understand? Yeah. And then here is a matter to build a team.
Having to do
open trials. Also not forget
the slots that they bought. Did they buy the players from the?
No, they did open
the accidents
trials.
in the couple with that cleaned the lights of Christian Obi. So
yeah,
all this emotionally
is still there. Of course. So basically, those are the results. Can we see what the games that have been played today? MPFL and our own. So we start from home. Can we see the games that have been played? There are games today. Let us have them.
Aqua United, they will be hosting Abia Warriors. Fortunately, they have the only stadium that is FIFA certified. Bayelsa United keep taking on Kano Pillars. Insurance will be visiting Castina United.
They will draw again. They're always drawing.
Niger Tornadoes taking on Nasarawa United in the North Central Derby. Academy Warriors taking on Aqua United. Can we play this match? When you look at what happened in Maiduguri, then Shooting Stars survived last week. Will be at home to Plateau United.
All right. So those are the games that they will be having. Let's quickly rush through the English league. I don't know. We've run out of time. But we can't take calls today. Let's quickly look at what happened in England yesterday.
So Man United getting a rare away victory over the whipping boys of the division.
Well done. Yeah.
Brighton getting a goalless draw against Ipswich Town. Leicester City in a 2-2 draw with Crystal Palace. Fulham in another draw with West Ham. Nottingham Forest doing the unthinkable over Liverpool at Anfield.
And Haaland beat Brentford.
Haaland scoring twice, getting his
9 goals in 4 games.
Is it 9 or 8?
9
goals now.
In 4 games, yeah.
Okay.
So Aston Villa doing it again.
What is wrong with Everton? Everton, you see, they've been looking for this thing so
exactly.
How they will not see this year? Because season.
You can only pray.
Now Chelsea also getting a rare
86th minute winner, Nkunku, and the supply from Sancho that scattered everywhere. We are going.
Yeah, we have said a lot about facilities and facilitators. We can only hope that across the nation we have, our sporting authorities begin to emulate things like this. And we'll be better for it.
Yeah, let's have the revolution once and for the facilities and our facilitators.
Let's have the revolution once and for all. I said it is starting in Lagos. It's already starting in Lagos. Facilities and facilitators. We want to see them. Local government, state government, federal government, go. All of you. We want to see what you are doing with the 5 money for sport. Well, let us see what is happening. Not giving us after saying, come on, that's short. No, that is our right. You can add later. Until we see you next week. I'm Ken Ochonogo. God bless Nigeria.